Alrighty, we're back out again. We're live. We're streaming. We're beaming the stream up to the tubes. We've got our peas cam. We're gonna be eating some peas today, just to to live up to the name. Go ahead and get the first spoonful going. Mmm, I love peas. Peas are so good. You should eat some peas if you're not right now. Underrated vegetable. Anyway, today we're gonna be grinding out some more score for this pancake plane. And we're going to be playing one of my favorite props in the game, the Ta-152. This thing is extremely good, and it's a late war German super prop. So this was one of the last versions of this plane that they were developing towards the end of the war when they were just really desperate. And what's really unique about it are these really high aspect wings. So they're really long and thin. And go ahead just to compare. It's pretty much the same engine, mostly the same airframe as some of the earlier Focke-Wulf 190s, like this Focke-Wulf 190 D13 here, where it's got these much shorter, thicker wings. And so when you make the wings really long and thin like this, it turns out that making them really high aspect causes you to have much better efficiency in terms of generating lift per the amount of drag that you get. And so that's really helpful for flying at high altitudes, which is what this model was meant to do. But it really gives you a lot of benefits at pretty much all altitudes, where you can both have low drag for getting up to really high speeds and also generate high amounts of lift for maneuvering really well. So this thing is both quite fast and extremely maneuverable. You kind of get the best of both worlds. Don't really have to compromise too much. I think the main thing is that just making these high aspect wings is a big engineering challenge in terms of making them strong enough. And so I think part of the reason that they could do this with this plane is that there's not too much weight out in the wings. You can see they store a lot of the fuel kind of closer to the wing root where it's thicker. They keep the weapons really close to the main body of the fuselage, so I assume that probably helped out with the ability to do this. And the main downside that you get from these is that the roll rate isn't really very high with this. It's fine, but it's just not as extremely high as it is in a lot of the earlier Focke-Wulf 90 models, where that's kind of one of their main advantages. But I think it more than makes up for it for giving you just really good speed, extremely good maneuverability. You can even outmaneuver Spitfires with this, and I've won some maneuvers with some like zeros and A7Ms. It's pretty crazy. So we're gonna go ahead and start taking this guy out today, and see what we can do. I guess I might as well. I could research this F-84F. I don't know if I'm really gonna fly it because I have the American one, so I don't know if I would really actually no, we'll just keep it on the Mirage, even though our research efficiency is not gonna be very good. We'll still get some lines. We'll still have some fun. That's the most important thing. Go ahead and get another bite of peas in just to kick things off. Mmm, delicious. See how long it takes for us to get into a queue here. I think these are the Kroger peas. I think they're a bit less salty than the Del Monte peas. I feel like the Del Monte ones are add a nice amount of sea salt. It's pretty good. But the Kroger peas are they sell them a lot cheaper, so that's a plus. Being able to buy more peas, it's always a good thing. So we're gonna run stealth belts on the 20 mils and night belts on the 30 mils, just so we're mostly aiming to hit with the 30s, since those will really do the most damage. but should be okay either way. And we're gonna go ahead and pull up to maybe 25-ish degrees. Another really nice thing about this plane is that you get this air spawn. And so that really lets you get up to high altitude and take advantage of the really good high altitude performance. You can see we don't reach our max speed until 10 kilometers, or at least max straight line speed. So that's really nice. So this is one of the few planes that I would end up wanting to go up against Spitfires and J2Ms up high in. I think for most other planes I would, or most other props, I would probably just avoid it. Maybe a P-51H I would do it. That's another really good one. Yeah. Grab some more peas there. Gotta work our way through that bowl. I guess I don't want to go. Guess I maybe shouldn't go too fast. So I think I did use my last can of peas I have stocked up here to fill that bowl. Probably I'll go get some more today. Maybe when the stream's over I'll go stock up again. Or maybe I'll take a break midstream, who knows? We'll see. Looks like we are in an up tier, so we're fighting some enemy jets. That is fine. I guess that probably means we don't need to climb as much because a lot of the jets are going to be staying really low. But I'll at least climb a bit. I'll see. Maybe there'll be one of the Spitfires or something. I know. It looks like we're up against the U.S. Okay, so just the U.S. So that means there could be some P-51Hs going up here, so we could get in some nice dogfights with those. But we'll see what happens. Got some F-3Ds going low. Looks like some P-51s and Bearcats as expected. Looks like maybe some kind of bomber. Maybe is that a can B-29s get into these matches? I forget. I think there may be 7.3, but oh no, it is B-29. Okay, so they must be 7.0 now. This could be nice to go for. That is a lot of enemy props down there, though. Those look pretty juicy. We could just let the 262 get it. I assume they've got enough 30 mils to handle that. So maybe we'll actually just level off and start building up some speed. But we are losing quite a few people so far. So maybe we do need to just get down there soon. I don't want our team to just get wiped before we even get in there. Yeah, that's going to be really nasty, trying to go down into that ball of P-51s. The American teams tend to do really well at this tier just because the P-51H is so good. I feel like that should probably be like 6.7 or maybe even 7.0. It's just has such crazy engine performance for the tier. This is one of the few props where I really feel comfortable just going head-to-head with the P-51Hs, since normally they would have some significant advantages over whatever you're in, but I feel like we're so maneuverable that it's fine. That we'll usually have at least something we can pull out of our sleeves. Flying by something, some sort of, oh yeah, a little bot jets there. Just wondering what that was. Oh yeah, we have a P-51H pulling up for us. Should probably figure out who we're going to pick off here. Maybe this Bearcat. Yep, severe damage. That's our first one, and we're just going to keep our speed up. And these guys are going to pull up at us, but I think we have enough energy to pull away. So we're just going to energy trap and try to pick off as many of these guys as we can. And maybe I'll go for this Bearcat just to try to get him off the tail of our fellow 152, our squad mate here. There we go. Bearcat down. Is our squad mate okay? Yeah, they look okay. Alright. Looks like this P-51 could pull up at us here, but it looks like maybe they're just going to loop underneath. That could give us the ability to get in behind them here. See what we can do. Okay. We'll try to get him off of this 262. There we go, another severe damage. Okay, so now we'll try to go back in, help our squad mates some more. We are losing a bit of energy, which is not ideal, but we do have a lot of maneuverability to work with. And we're picking these guys off. Okay. I was worried that that other P-51 was going to come down on us while we were doing this, but it looks like they decided to go after somebody else for a sec, so that gave us a good opportunity to pull some jukes. I'm going to go ahead and just pull lots of flaps here, maybe even go full landing flaps just to try to make sure we win this scissoring maneuver. Because there's that F2G nearby, so we really have to take care of this before they get in. Okay. So now we're going to pull our flaps in, get our speed back up, and head in on this F2G. We are extremely low on energy, which is not ideal. And so we're going to try to pull out of the way of this. Ooh, that was really close. Looks like the FTG is going to go for the 262. We'll try to go help out with that. Ooh, such a close game. Yeah, we really want to try to keep this 262 alive if we can. Looks like there's just 2 enemies left. What are they? This guy could be... It looks like they're probably both fighters since they don't have any bomb drops credited on the other guy. I know there's a couple ground targets destroyed, but that could just be some strafing run that they did. But hopefully we can do a 2v1 on this F2G here and then take them out, and then it'll just be another 2v1 for whoever the other guy is. Okay, let's pull up and over. If they want to go up, that should be fine. We're just going to pull out, go full flaps, make sure we can just corkscrew through this. Yeah, we'll just stick full landing flaps just to try to avoid stalling too much. Oh, looks like they put themselves into a bit of a spin. So we're gonna miss a couple shots there unintentionally, but use a bit more flaps again. Maybe pull off the throttle a little bit just to try to line this up. That was looks like a decent hit. There we go, that'll do it. Okay. So now I think I'm gonna go back and land with this 262 mostly just because I'm low on ammo. But there's a nice 7-kill game to start off the day. That's almost a shame because I don't know if we're gonna be able to top this for the rest of the stream. This is kind of crazy. I didn't expect to do this well right off the bat, but here we are. This is an extremely good plane. So I guess it's not not the craziest thing that's happened, but this is probably one of my best games that I played, and just in this game in general. This is at least like top. What would it be? I know, right? I know, right? I know, right, dude? I don't know. Do we want to self-promote like that? I don't know. Sometimes I can feel a little cheesy, but we'll see. Guess well, at least maybe we'll have something to maybe post to the Reddit later or something. Post to the War Thunder Reddit or other forum or somewhere. We can post this up. Oh no, they know where we are. Okay. I do not have a blind hunt, so that's a little unfortunate. Maybe we should have actually just stayed in the air, because I guess 120 rounds is technically enough, but I would just really like a few more bullets. But yeah, that means we need to get airborne ASAP, because they're going to be booking it to us. I wonder, maybe we can look at their player card and see what this femboy is likely flying. So I'll go aviation, rank 4 and 5. So could be P-51H. I guess it could be an F-80A since we are in that up tier. I don't know. I feel like it's probably a P-51. Okay, let's get airborne ASAP. See if we can't get to 8 and pull out a win for this, even though most of our team died without any kills. Maybe we can pull through regardless. Make this a win. Is that a guy or is that a bot? Is that somebody? Oh, it's an F3D. That's right, we did see a handful of F3Ds earlier. Okay, well, we'll try to build up some speed and maybe go off to the left here so we can kind of use the terrain to force them to have to turn a little. They won't exactly know where I am as they come over the ridge, and so now we'll pull up, try to get out of that. Ooh, there we go. See if we can't get the shot off. Oh, so close. Okay. They're gonna, looks like maybe back out of the flak a bit. I don't blame them. I don't want to be that guy that's just gonna use the flak cover. Guess I'll pop on. Oh wait, no, that's my fuel dump. What's my smoke key? I don't want to pause and check, but maybe we will. Arrow, no, that's settings. I need, okay, well, they're gonna turn in, so guess we're not gonna look for our smoke key as much. Okay, and so we're gonna come in like this, and we're just gonna loop over again. And pull around like that. And we're just gonna spin around like this just to stay out of their guns. And see if we can't get the nose over for the shot. Oh, that was so close. Okay, we're gonna go full landing flaps. We're gonna cut throttle. I wanna stay behind them. Good hit. More hits. Just missing some shots at the end. That was a nice match. That was a good little dogfight at the end. Yeah, that was extremely good. That's 8 kills. Rank does not matter. No, it does not. Time for some celebratory peas. Mm. I was going to pace myself to try to make these last, but I think we just got to go in for a few bites here. On that note. Oh, drop some peas on my keyboard. That's okay. We'll get those later. Actually, no. I'll go ahead and get those now. Throw them in the trash. Can't let the keyboard get grody. Okay. Mm. Beautiful. Dropped another pea. I gotta stop dropping these. Okay. Well. Okay. One more bite. One more bite of peas. One more bite of peas. Okay. I got some peas in. Look at this. Look at all these medals. Nice. 8 aircraft destroyed. Still 5,000 research on this Mirage, which is, that'd be like a standard game, and a plane that has better research efficiency, but that's fine. We got 112,000 lions in a non-premium plane, so that's pretty sweet. Glad I had recording on an OBS so we can get that. Let's let's go ahead and save that. Replay. 8 kills. Ta-152H-1. There we go. Actually, do we want to replay that a little bit? I think we might. I think I might want to just see what else was going on that match. See what everybody was doing. So yeah, that was really nice that we made it out of that furball and just mopped them all up. Okay, one more bite of peas. Okay, I'm gonna use the bathroom. Hop back in. We'll maybe take a look at that replay a little bit, just to savor it, savor the glory, and then we'll do some more. We'll get some more scores. See if we can maybe get another ace or something in there somewhere. I don't think we're gonna top 8 kills for probably the rest of the stream. I think that's probably not gonna happen, but we can hope. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. We're refreshed. Ready to take a look at this replay here. Wait for everybody to pop in. Just fast forward into that to get everybody loaded. Okay, so it looks like maybe we had come in a little bit late into the match. It looks like we had some strike masters. These things always seem like they would be fun, but I unfortunately do not have one. I think I missed whatever event or whatever it was. Oh well. Let's see. Please Owl in the 262 there. Oh yeah, they're there. Oh yeah, nice. They're in the narwhal. Maybe they were doing some ground attack or something. And who else did we have? I think who was the last guy? Oh yeah, it was this Viper guy. Because we see there's this B-29 here that got in there. F-3Ds doing bombing and strafing, looks like. I guess the stream doesn't save quite as much, or the replay doesn't save quite as much information on the enemy team. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, we had some other Ta-152s here. Who was that guy? Oh yeah, it was this guy that was in our squad. This other 152. Okay, well I guess we'll just follow our perspective and see if we missed anything else interesting. I guess we can see what this Viper guy was up to since we ended up fighting him at the end. Looks like he just shot down a 262. Yeah, and we were still making our way out, climbing. Nice. That was looks like they got another one. Okay, well I guess we'll just follow our path through the match. Just to make sure we savor this one really well. And then we'll just hop into another one. Yeah, so there's just this big ball of F8Fs and P51s. We had the energy advantage, and so I think it ended up being a good move to just swoop in and just pick them off one by one until we lost energy, and then at that point we're still more maneuverable than pretty much everything here. I think even the F8Fs. So we just swooped in, picked them off one by one. And yeah, I definitely wanted to try to save our friendly here, so that way they could contribute. Even if I could have gone on another guy and gotten more, but I think that was one part where I had kind of hesitated a little bit, where I was unsure whether to go help like right here, but it looked like it was maybe a little too busy, and I might get shot down, and that Ki-83 might have already been kind of doomed anyway. So I just took the opportunity to pick off this solo one here. But maybe I should have helped the Ki-83. I don't know. That it's such a big lumbering plane that if a Ki-83 is already in a furball like this, it's probably not going to survive for very long regardless. And then I was a little worried that this P-51 up here was going to try to come down on me, but it looked like they were maybe focused on the other 152. And so then that gave us the opening to go in and mop up these two guys. And it looks like they ended up getting our squad mate at that point. So I guess that's where our squad mate went there. I was wondering what had happened to them. And even though the P-51H is extremely maneuverable and does have a lot of engine power to back that up, with our just massive wings and getting pretty good lift to drag ratio out of them because of the high aspect. We're able to just stay back here, and especially also with these just crazy flaps, you can just pop your flaps at such high speed and pop them really far out and just turn so fast and stay behind people and avoid stalling. Yeah, and then I think we pretty much know what happened after this. So I don't think we need to go through the rest of it, but I just wanted to see a little more of what happened in that furball, since I think there were a couple teammate deaths I missed in there. But yeah, so as you can see, this is an extremely powerful plane. Even though our engine is basically the same horsepower, it's like the same engine as like a Falco 490 D9, and that's a plane that's all the way down at like 5.0, or like a D9 D13. Yeah, I think so. This gets 2052 horsepower on WEP. I think that the takeoff power is WEP there. This gets 2050, so I guess we're technically slightly less powerful, but I don't know if maybe we have some like superchargers or something that kick in addition. And so let's see, how does that compare to some of the other things we saw there? So the P51H, yeah, the P51H has more engine power than us. Maybe their like base engine power is less without WEP. Yeah, maybe it's a bit less, but they have more engine power than us with WEP. The F8F, I imagine, has significantly more power. Yeah, 2,900 horsepower. Even their base power without WEP is more than ours with WEP. But they also are extremely maneuverable, but they have a lot lower aspect wings, and so they kind of behave a little more like something like in jets, like a MiG-21 does, where they just bleed off speed so easily, and so they can't maintain those crazy maneuvers like that in furballs quite as well as the Ta-152, I think. Sometimes they can kind of maintain it pretty well just because they have so much engine power that even though they're bleeding off speed like crazy, they're just generating it back because they just have so much horsepower. But yeah, I don't think their max turn time and ability to just keep behind someone with your flaps out is quite as good as ours. I don't think there's any other prop in the game that can really do that like this. Even the pancake plane that'll be coming out, this X5FU or XF5U. This thing, it does have a lot of lifting surface, and so it will probably be able to pull some crazier turns than even the Ta-152 will. But it's gonna just bleed off all of its speed in the process, and so it's not gonna be able to maintain that for very long. While this thing can just keep maintaining, keep going. So yeah, we're just gonna get into another match with this guy and just see what we can do. We have any boosters we can pop? I don't think I need to. Yeah, I don't need to use a research booster when my research efficiency is going to be so low on this. But that already put a really big dent in our little challenge there. Yeah, knocked it, gave us a bunch of lions too. So even though it's not a premium, it may just be such a good plane. It may just be a good lion grinder regardless. Either way, very fun. Get another bite of peas here. Maybe two. Gotta be careful, we're gonna be out of peas soon. But they're just so good. Okay. See how long the queue takes. Oh yeah, in case anybody's wondering, maybe I can show this at some point. But for the user skin here, I'm just using an existing user skin from the marketplace or the War Thunder Live site. Just one of the free ones on there. And then you can just take it into some photo editing software like Photoshop, or I just use GIMP. It's free because I don't really need to Photoshop many things. And you can just color shift that, so you can take like I think this one had a base color of green, and so I just took the green color range and just shifted that over to kind of a more of a reddish color. And then that ended up shifting these little stripes on the tail to like blue, but then you can just take that and shift them back. So maybe I'll show that after this match, in case anybody wants to play with that, because you can use that and color shift either like the base skin or just one of the versions of the user skins that are out there if you're just looking for more variety. I think this one looks really nice in red. Maybe I'll show that after this one and just credit whoever made this skin, because it's a really good one. And so we're just going to climb at somewhere around 230 IAS. And again, because of the high aspect, you can climb really efficiently at low speeds. So I think most other planes usually have an optimal climb speed of somewhere from like 240 to 260 or 70. But this one you can climb up at like 230. Wow, that F-84 is doing some work down there. But probably not going to last all that long. Let's see, what tier are we at? Some 6.0s, 5.3s. Let's see, what else do we have? Are we at maybe... I've been seeing a lot of matches like this where it's not the full like 1.0 BR range, where it looks like we're in the like 5.3 to 6.0 range, which is a little tighter than usual. So that's really nice. So maybe, I don't know if they're maybe just testing out some other matchmaking parameters to maybe do some decompression. That would be really nice if they did. I would praise the snail for that. But yeah, 5.3 is a nice BR for this, because at least you saw last game, even in a full up tier, we were very competitive with all the other planes around. We had at least something that we could do very well compared to just about anything else. I would like to go bomber hunting at some point in this stream, but I don't. Those B-24s are a little high, so I might just leave that to the others. This Tu-2 is taking some shots at them. That's funny. Some bomber on bomber action. This F-82 is tempting, but it's so low in energy and altitude. I might just leave it because I think somebody else will be able to mop that up. I usually try to play things relatively safe, where I don't necessarily try to go for the most kills, but I'll try to go for like the planes that I think are the biggest threat, and to try to go for the win. But I guess you saw last time, sometimes that does just mean diving into a furball and just shooting it up. That is one way to do it. This Corsair's on quite the climb. I don't know if we necessarily need to go for them. I guess they are kind of all just dropping out. I guess a lot of them just didn't climb much. So they could just all be dead soon. I was considering maybe leaving this Corsair and going for somebody else, but I don't really see anybody else that looks like that big of a threat right now. So I feel like maybe we just go for the Corsair and then we can go for the bombers, go bomber hunting. Somebody's got to. So the Corsair is a very good plane. It's another one that just scales well performance-wise as you go between different BRs. Oh, it looks like they did have a P-51H on their team, so I guess we were at 5.3 to 6.3, but we just didn't have any 6.3s on our team. So I guess maybe it is still the full 1.0 range, but they're just not. They're just maybe stacking our team with more 6.0s, something like that. And we're going to go for some scissors with this guy. And because we have these big wings, we're just going to be able to stay behind him, I think, for the most part. Although they are going to pull better at higher speeds. So I'm going to be a little careful because I think it's the F4U4s are some of the post-war ones. Yeah, so they are able to pull a little better as we get further into the dive to kind of temporarily get behind us. But we're just going to pull up and over. Now we can pull out our flaps again. And I think we should be able to stay out of their gun. Oh, they actually got a shot in there. Okay. So we are going to have to be careful. Maybe this is actually a mistake. Maybe I need to be a little more careful with these F4Us. And I think now that we're going to go back down again, I'm just going to fully cut throttle because I do not want to end up in front of their guns again. I don't want to give them the opportunity. So I'm just going to fully cut throttle when we go down, just to make sure we stay all the way back, kind of use the flaps like air brakes. And maybe we can just go to like takeoff. Guess we'll see. This guy is positioning themselves really well so far. So we're able to get that shot in. I'm a little surprised, but I guess maybe I just need to be a little more careful. Maybe I underestimated the Corsairs a little bit with this tier. Start to bring in our flaps. Okay, and so we're just gonna go up, keep ourselves high, and try to avoid going too fast where we compress. That is one weakness of this plane compared to some of the post-war superprops for the Allies. Now we can get some shots in, get some more hits, pull back on the throttle and go up, and get out the flaps. And let's just go full landing flaps. Looks like we got a Bf-109 coming in to help us out, so that's good. But we may be able to still get the shot. Oh, okay, there we go. We got finished off. So we got our one. That was a good dogfight. I am a little surprised that the Corsair is able to get behind us like that. I guess we need to be really careful with those F4Us and just not follow them down as much. It seemed like we mainly lost our advantage when we were going into the dive because they just had those really good control surfaces, really good pull on those. So I guess now that frees us up to go back up and try to take out some of these bombers. It is a bit of a shame we lost some altitude, but I think that was worth it. That was a good dogfight. That was some good fun. I think we would have had them at the end there if that Bf-109 hadn't come in, but you know, sometimes it can feel like a bit of a shame when a teammate swoops in and you're in a 1v1 and you're just like, no, I kind of wish they would have just let us finish off the 1v1. So it was good, but honestly, I feel like I can't complain as long as my team is doing something. I would much rather have teammates that are doing things than ones that aren't. And a lot of the time, just from the outside, it can be hard to tell, like, does this person actually like need help or not? Because as that Bf-109 was coming in, there were some parts where they got pretty close to getting some shots off on me. So for all they knew, I needed the help, and you know, maybe they did get a couple shots off. So you know, maybe I did. You could say. Guess I was still maybe getting my bearings on the different types of planes that we can fight at this tier in this thing, but it feels a little weird to come off of an 8 kill game and go, yeah, I'm still warming up. But here we are. It looks like Commander Zilla. not CoffeeZilla. That's a good channel if you guys want to learn about some scammers getting uncovered. That's a good guy. Should we? I guess we don't really have anything to lose. We could just take some dives on these B-24s to try to see if we can just close this out early. We have plenty of fighter teammates, so it's like it's at this point our team has won. It's just a matter of when. But we may be able to use the hill here to get some shots in without getting hit by the flak as early. Oh, well, there we go. We got another one. I think the flak was probably going to get us anyway, so that's fine. So we got our second guy. Did a little sacrifice. Oh yeah. Now that we're here, so this is the user scan that I downloaded from War Thunder Live. This is a really nice one, really nice green color on this. I think this is historically based. Let me see. Let me just open this up here. I can find this real quick. Just to credit this guy. Let's see, so we'll go to Germany, we're going to go to Fighter, we're going to go to Ta-152H-1, and should be one of the first results here. Yeah. So this is from Chubb on War Thunder Live. Maybe I can just show this here. Let me get my OBS open, and we'll do a little window capture, and we will capture War Thunder Live here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it's this guy on the left here, this Chubb guy. Makes some really nice skins, looks like, for this plane. And so we downloaded that, and then maybe I can open up GIMP here. So not the suit, but the software, just to make that clear. Not that I would judge if it was the other way. I don't know what you guys are into. That's not my business. And so we're gonna open up this guy. Maybe I can actually, can I show the folder here? Let me just see if I can do this. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so then here's the folder. And so you just take one of these DDS files that the skin will be stored in, and we can just open that up in GIMP. And then I can switch this over to GIMP when that opens up. And there it goes. Okay, is that going to show up here? Or do I need to reset the window? Looks like I do. So then we will remove that window capture, open up another one, take it over to GIMP. Here we go. And so when you open it up, you'll just get a file like this. And so you can go to colors and look at like hue and saturation. And so let's say I want to change this like green color that's on the wings. I can select green here, and then I can shift the hue of that to change it to a different color. So right now I have it shifted kind of into the red, but you can also shift it like into the blue, for example. You could change one of the other ones, like let's say I want the yellow color, like on the stripe on the tail to be different. So I can shift that around. And you can also do things like adjusting the saturation. So maybe you want to make it like just like gray, or like you can change the lightness up and down. And so I think you may be able to even change this to like really low. Oh no, okay, it looks like it just goes to -100, but yeah, you can use that to adjust your skins around. If there's like a skin that you like and you just want the colors to be a little different. Yeah, and so I just use that to change this base one to make this this red version that I really like, and then also did a blue version like this. So maybe we'll do the blue for this next one here. And so we'll just run it back. And yeah, just queue it up for the next one. See what we can get up to. Go ahead and take another little bite of peas while we're waiting. Maybe I feel like I could also. I'm also in the. Oh, okay. Well, maybe we'll get some more snacks, some more drinks when we're done here. Okay, we're gonna go interceptor spawn. As usual, take advantage of that altitude gain. On Corson, good map for keeping our engine cold. And yeah, we'll just climb maybe like 23, 24 degrees to start. We have some J7W1s, G56. The J7W1 I think got its flight model buffed recently, so that could be another one, another really good one to take out on the stream. We have some Kikas, another full up tier, which normally wouldn't be ideal, but we did really well in the last full up tier, so bring it on, I guess. Just eat some more. Sorry, I gotta keep the bowl on cam. Get another bite of peas as we go up here. Oh, sorry, I spilled. I'm a bit of a spiller with the peas sometimes, I guess. That's my bad. Whoops. Okay. Go ahead and pitch down again, get back to around 230. Got some jets flying low. These prop and jet mix matches are always, they can be interesting because the jets don't climb nearly as much because their climb rate just isn't that good. So you end up getting sometimes like props doing high altitude fights and jets fighting down low, or kind of like in that first match. Sometimes the jets just end up pulling everybody down with them. So nobody can resist joining the furball. Make a turn over this way. Also a little bit of a wonky turn. Try to keep it a little smoother. But we got some P-51s, we got an F-2G and an F-8F to maybe get into some high altitude shenanigans with. Looks like we once again have another ball of planes forming. Our allies are getting swarmed. That does not look good. Looks like it could be another repeat of the first match. Coyote 3 down, just like the first one. That's not boding well. I don't think if it ends up oh no, it's already going that way. Oh no. Come on, guys. You gotta hold it together. You gotta hold it together in these up tiers. Like, okay, well our squad mate is still alive. I think maybe we take out this P-51 here, so then that'll give us the altitude advantage over everyone, and then we just try what we did in the first match again, and just try to pick them off one by one. Surely that can't work a second time. Surely they'll have caught on to our tricks by now. I wonder if any of the same guys from that last match are in here. I don't recognize anybody, but... Okay, we're gonna pull. Use our high turn rate to try to... Oh, they got a couple hits on us. Maybe should have just kept to one side there, but that's okay. Okay, now we're gonna really pull out the flaps. Since it does seem like this guy knows what they're doing a little bit. Ooh, that would have been nice. We'll try to line it up a bit. There we go. Severe damage. Okay. There are some other P-51s and stuff down there, but I think maybe our priority should be to help our teammates here, since, yeah, our squad mate can help us carry this. The A1, that's not as high of a priority for me. I feel like we just need to take out all these fighters. Pick out somebody to go forward. Maybe the F-84 worries me, because that's something that can swoop up on us when we're trying to do these low passes like this. Okay, looks like the F2G is coming for us, and so we're going to want to turn away from that. So is this F8F, but we'll just try to bob up and down a little to keep him at bay. I should probably be looking behind me more, but I just want to make sure I get that guy. Okay, yeah, now F2G is getting out of gun distance. Not seeing anybody else super close. This P-51 and F8F are closing in, though. I wasn't paying that much attention. I don't know if there's some of the ones that were further out earlier. But I think we're going to need to try to get onto this F2G and not let them chase us, or else they're going to be really dangerous. I was a little too far back. Oh, almost a collision there. Okay, we'll just keep pulling through these. I think we're going to need some flaps here. And we're going to need to go up. We're going to go full landing flaps to get our turn rate up. Oh, that was so close. That was so close. Okay, we may not be able to keep this up because we do have another P-51 coming in. Shoot, okay, we might just have to take the head on here. Okay, well, we got a hit. They're on fire, so they'll probably go down. Oh, okay, F2G got us. All right, well, can't get them all, but we got 3. So that's pretty good. If maybe we had landed our shots a little better with our 30 mil on that P-51 to just take them out a little faster, maybe we could have had more time to keep pulling on the F2G, but cannot carry them all. We can top the team, but maybe we can't overcome all of them. Okay, guess we can hit into another one. Keep dropping these P's on my keyboard. This is getting to be a real problem. You know, they say not to cry over spilled peas, but it's just so sad. Okay, hop into another one here. Alright, well, I guess I'm just going to have to accept that I'm going to be spilling some peas sometimes if I'm going to have to bend over like this, but we got to keep them in the cam. Perfect. Tunisia, okay. Put ourselves into the climb here. Oh, Joshy, that guy's being very cordial. He's being very polite. Maybe we'll give everybody a posture check here just to keep up the good vibes. Make sure everybody's sitting up straight. That goes for you too, chat. Nice. Goblin. We got a goblin. We got a goblin. We got a hunchback. Hunchback of Notre Dame. Notre Dame. Looks like we are in a full up tier again, since there's that Horton. But that's okay. That might be something that can outturn us. Seems like there is a pattern of us having a bit of trouble with F4s, where I don't think they can really match our turn time, but they can keep themselves back really well in scissors. So we're gonna have to be really careful about that. I think part of it is just that they're so heavy that just gravity is just holding them back. Whereas we're a lot lighter, so I think we have to rely on going up to get the advantage. But they also kind of like us, they have a really low stall speed, so that yeah, I think those F4s are some of the F4s, F2Gs are some of the biggest threats to us at this tier. P51Hs also, but they're just a threat to everything. They're just a threat to all of existence. They're just a menace. Just a menace delivering freedom with all their thousands of horsepower. Inkers doesn't look like it's in good shape. How is their team doing in general? Okay, so we both lost a couple. Oh, nice. Okay, the Inkers at least traded. That's always good to see when bombers can at least get a trade in there. So it seems so rare these days that bombers ever really do much to contribute to the win. It's just the game mode is just I don't think is just very well designed for it. It's basically it's just like a team deathmatch mode, pretty much, where you have the tickets to kind of manipulate things in case somebody's running away, but not all that much beyond that. It looks like everyone is just so low. Yeah, it looks like we do just have the altitude advantage over everyone. So even the Hornets are way down there. Normally I'd expect them to be up here with us, but I guess in that case we'll just work our way over to the back here to pick out those that are the highest up and start getting some kills. It looks like lots of people are dropping off, so I guess we want to get in there before it's all over. A lot of these small maps, people just go straight in. I wish people would take a little more time to climb, but you know, we're in the TikTok generation. There's no time for patience these days. We're all brain rotted. Try to line this up. There we go. Sometimes I like to kind of rock back and forth to help myself from overspeeding with this thing, but sometimes that can make those shots a little hard to line up. The roll rate can make lining up those shots a little tricky at high speeds. And looks like we can do some good energy traps here, so we're just going to keep looping it up and over with this F7F. Looks like we've also got this P51 to worry about. I think we can get the shot off on this F7 though. While we dodge this. See, are they behind us now? Yeah, that looks like them. Okay, we're gonna go flaps. We're gonna try to pull over really hard. And now go up. Try to keep out of their guns. And now this should slot us in behind them. Got a hit. Probably a 20 mil hit. Looks like they're maybe leaking some stuff. But they're leaking a lot more stuff now. An A1H. I actually don't know what our maneuverability is like compared to this, so maybe that'd be interesting to find out. It looks like they might still be carrying some payload though, so they're probably still a little heavy. Oh, nice. We have a Tempest to join us here. Oh, they don't look very healthy right now though, so that's not good. Do you have any other? Oh, we have one Hornet left. Where is that Hornet? Are they landing or something? Oh, there they are. They're way up there. Okay, nice. So we have somebody to... That was the one thing I was worried about, was that F7F having a lot of energy on us. But we have the Hornet up there to help out, so then we can try to get in and get these last two guys before we're out of tickets. I guess I was just kind of funny. I was just saying that bombers aren't doing that much these days to get the win, but they may have... Those ground attackers, at least, may have drained enough tickets to make the difference this time. There we go. Got the shot. Oh, careful not to collide with that Hornet there. Okay, now we can just gun it for this J6, which looks like it's going for the strategy of mopping up our bot 262s to try to drain tickets as fast as possible. I'll let the team know we're the J6 before we lose on tickets. I don't know if they're... It looks like they're going back the other way. There's not going to be enough time to go back and repair before we've lost on tickets here, so I don't even know if we're going to have time to catch this guy. I don't see the J6s very often, so I don't actually know how fast they are. I don't think we're going to have time to catch them here either way, even if they're slow. So we only have 120 tickets left. Darn, that was close. I don't know, maybe we should have gone into the fur ball earlier, if that would have helped prevent the ticket loss as fast, but I don't know. I don't know, because I feel like if we did that, then we would have been leaving a lot of those other P51s and stuff up higher, and I don't know if they would have just used the energy advantage to win that way. So it's a tough call. Okay. Maybe we'll switch back to the red skin after this one, just to keep things mixing it up. Or maybe we'll just go to the base green. I don't know. Keep swapping the colors. Keep eating the pea. We're working our way through these peas. We're getting there. Whoa there, pigeon. Whoa there. At least take me to brunch first. Another J7 in our squad. Nice. Where are we at this time? At 5.3, so I'm guessing 5.3 to 6.3? Something like that? That just doesn't seem right that they can get those P-51Hs and we don't have any 6.3s on our team. That's a little messed up. Because we gotta be at 6.3 again. We got to. I feel like I saw this Ancient Pigeon guy in one of our earlier matches, but I can't be sure. We've got a Florida man. We've got a homeless Dorito. Gotta watch out for those guys. Yeah, I'm seeing the P-51, so that's probably a P-51H. Yep, it is. There's one mopping up pillboxes, I guess. At least they're wasting their performance on ground attack instead of dogfighting. Although maybe it'll end up like last match where the ground attack makes a difference. They have more of those AU-1s. Yeah, I guess it's the bombers can't really do much to help by bombing bases. I feel like that doesn't drain tickets very much, but maybe the ground attackers are enough if you just have a ton of them. Maybe they're running some big squads. Let's see, we have Florida Man as one of them. Yeah, they don't look like they're squatted up with anybody concretely, but yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll just keep up the climb. I guess we'll maybe make it a little more shallow so we can just gun it across the map now. Now that we've got some real altitude, I guess we have a good enough air spawn that we just kind of end up above everyone. It looks like they're just swarming down low as usual. I don't actually know how good those SO8000s are. They look very cool, but I do not have one. I guess since we're not really seeing very many people up here, we maybe will just try joining the swarm earlier this time. I could have sworn there were like a bunch of planes over here, but I guess we're just not spotting them right now because they're just directly below us. Maybe they're just hidden by the trees. Maybe we will actually go for this SO. I guess we're not that crazy far away. I'm kind of curious to see how those dogfight. Are we getting close? Can we spot them? It looks like maybe we're getting closer. Come on. Come on, give me the spot. Give me the spot, please. Are you just running away from everyone? That seems like what they're doing. Yeah, they're moving the opposite way. Okay, well, I guess it would have been nice. Maybe we should have just kept going down there, but we're committed now. We're sunk cost. Come here, guy. Show me your reverse thrusting prop. What are they doing this for? Because they're not AFK. I would understand if they started climbing the opposite direction to like go AFK for a sec. So that way they wouldn't just get mopped up in the first wave, but I don't know. I don't understand the purpose of this. That is a very nice looking plane. Looks like it's not quite able to pull the jukes well enough. Oh, they have anti-air down there. Oh, that's their main airfield. I thought this was the bigger version of this map with the forward base. With the yeah, normally the forward airfield would be there. I guess they're just dragging me into the flak. Welp. Guess we'll just dip out then. Catch you later. Yeah, I guess we definitely just should have gone into the swarm then. Oh well. Should get a more eventful one next time. Let's see. Oh, here's some guys. Sorry, I was tabbed out for a sec, just responding to some Discord messages, talking to the bros. All right, we got a Spitfire to try maneuvering with. There we go. Missed a couple of shots there, but we got them. We have plenty of ammo. We have a P-51H. Let's go for that to help clear out the P-51 menace from 6.3. Okay, we're gonna pull as hard as we can around. Stay out of their guns. We're gonna go full landing flaps as we come up here, just to turn as much as possible. And now that SO that we saw earlier is going to come back. Do we have another teammate here? It doesn't look like it. We might be solo. I don't know if we're gonna get a chance to get the P-51 in this scissoring here. Okay, let's again go full landing. There we go. We did get the chance. Okay, and now we're gonna go really close to the ground. Oh, it kinda ground effect kinda made us wobble there a little bit. That wasn't ideal. But now this SO really has an energy advantage, so that's not good. Where's the rest of our team? Can they help? Oh no, this actually ended up, I thought our team was just kind of mopping them all up, but it looks like it's actually going to be a bit of a close match. We may be in a pretty bad spot here with this SO. They look like they have a lot of energy kept up. But we're going to pull. We have a lot of pull at these low altitudes, and we're going to let them run away, and we're just going to build up some energy while they do that. It looks like they're going to try to lead us towards the flak again, maybe, but I don't think I'm going to take the bait this time. We're just going to let them run. If they want to run, that's fine. I guess we can just go back and mop up ground targets, and we can be the ones to drain tickets this time. Oh no, looks like they ripped their flaps, pulling back around. Okay, let's see what they got then. Guess they've taken the hint that we're not gonna follow them back all the way. And again, we're just gonna, oh, they got us. Okay, well played. Well played. Guess we should have pulled a little earlier. That is okay. I think we have enough teammates left that we should end up getting them regardless. Actually, makes me curious how this thing handles. Maybe it has some really good like low speed, or just some good nose authority. Because it seemed like the P-51H wasn't able to make a pull like that earlier, but this thing was. I hadn't actually noticed this thing has the contra-rotating props. That's cool. Yeah, we'll just give this a bit of a test. This thing does, it's a very, very cool looking plane. Maybe I'll pick this up one of these days. Maybe, I guess I already missed the Eagle sale for the anniversary this time around. But maybe there'll be a good like Christmas time, Christmas holiday one. Maybe that'll be a good chance to pick this guy up. So this could be a really good fun line grinder. And I'm kind of already past the tier where this would be useful for researching for France, but that's okay. Let's see, does this thing... I can't pull out its flaps very fast at very high speed. That's good to know. Yeah, it's got decent... Its nose authority seems fine at this speed. Maybe I just didn't pull from that correctly. Maybe that was just my bad. That was probably it. Just didn't juke him hard enough. That is one thing that is a little tricky about being close to the ground in the Ta-152 is that your wingspan being so wide, it can sometimes mess up your turns if you're like right up against the ground from ground effect. And I don't know if the instructor maybe pulls you away from the ground a little bit too. But yeah, we can go into a little bit of a dive here and see how well this pulls at higher speeds. Seems like at low speed it's a bit of a bus, but oh yeah, that's actually nice. Oh yeah. Okay. That's good to know. And I guess this thing I think does or no, oh, it doesn't have air brakes? I thought it did. I thought that's what some of those little slats in the wings were, but oh, I wonder what those are. Oh, I guess oh, those are like the little spoilers for roll. I did not realize that. Huh, I wonder why they designed it that way. Interesting. Yeah, and this has got the six German 20 mils in the nose, so with a ton of ammo. So that seems nice. Yeah, I guess if you kind of pull at high speed and loop it over in the vertical, that's actually pretty nice. Turn rate. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so maybe they were just doing a nice pull like that. I just need to be more careful about this thing. Its roll rate isn't the best. But, well, actually, no, its roll rate is fine. Okay, we'll have to think about what to do against that plane then. Against that and the F4Us. I guess I'm not going to see the Narval as often. Not to be confused with this guy, the Narwhal. So I guess maybe we'll just mix up the user skin. Maybe we'll just make it green. Green for peas. Hop into another one. See, we're making our way through our market distinction. I don't know if I'm going to do the whole thing today. I think we've been on a pretty good streak, so I might just do one or two more, maybe get to like the halfway point, and then pick up the rest of it tomorrow. Yeah, I think that sounds good. Hop into another one. Grozny. As usual, we'll just pitch it up into a climb. Looks like we're in the full up tier, I think. Oh no, that's the 6.3 one. That is actually, it's kind of crazy that that is at 6.3. I guess it's just the tank cannon being hard to aim. Maybe we should take that out one of these days. Yeah, that'll be in the list. So we've got the Ta-152, always fun to take out. We've got the J7W1. We've got the Narwhal, Me262A1U4. The F8F1 being kind of OP at 4.7. Could be interesting. Yeah. Yeah, let me know. Anybody out there wants me to take out any particular plane? Just let me know. Or tank. I could do some tank sometimes. I am trying to research the mouse since that is available limited time. I do have the Tiger 105, Panther 2, and I think is it the Coelian? Whatever the name for that flak panzer is, the one with the Panther hull. I've got those at 7.0. So that's a fun tank lineup to take out. I'll probably play a bit of that soon, sometime this week. But yeah, got some good things to switch it up with when we want to change planes next stream. Although I think I'm gonna be flying this thing more soon because this has been a really good time with this today. This plane is so good. It's so fun. I hadn't really played it that much since before the P-51H plague, but it seems like it actually handles them okay. They are still tough, and there's still the F4Us and the F2Gs that are also still quite tough, but it can manage. It can manage. Still got some tricks up its sleeve. Still an oldie but a goodie. I remember when this was one of Germany's highest rank planes, or highest tier planes in the game. When I think they just had like this, the Me262A1A, and like the Me163 maybe. And I think that was, yeah, they might have had the Arado at that point. Like the just the first one without the cannons. And yeah, I think that was all they had for a while. And you know, Britain just had the Meteor, or the Meteor Mark 8 as its top tier. Looks like this is another one of those maps that tends to draw people in, kind of like Tunisia. And also that since we have the jets down low, that's probably going to draw them in. That could be an interesting P-51 to go for over there, though. So I might just kind of level out, make my way over the map, and see what are the biggest threats to take out for the team. Although maybe we should just help out down low at some point. This F8F actually looks kind of interesting, but I don't know. No, there's enough teammates by that. I think we can leave it and go for this P-51. Guess the chat has been pretty silent, so I'm gonna go ahead and give everybody a posture check just to see how we're doing. Unusually quiet War Thunder chat. I guess everybody's just locked in, as they should be. Hopefully their vertebrae are locked in, though. So I'm going to try to find out. Oh, thank you, Pigeon. That's a little... Oh, we saw that guy in our match earlier. Well, I appreciate the love, Pigeon. That's, yeah, it's appreciated. Maybe, you know, well, we should add this guy. I'll just add that guy to our list. He seems like he's got the right spirit. Doesn't look like he's in the right dogfighting position with that strike master. I guess we could go for them, but I just don't know. Yeah, we wouldn't have made it in time. Ah. Yeah. Got ourselves a pigeon friend. Okay. Closing in on scopes. Guess you could pronounce that as scopies, if you so choose, which I think I do. Was this guy smoking? Looks like it. It might have been a mistake for the sake of the team to stay up high like this and go for this guy, but I just really love these high altitude dogfights. They're so fun. Oh, ripped a flap. That was my bad. Going too fast. Okay, we'll still use a combat flap, I guess. And we'll cut the throttle to try to stay back. We can still rely on the one flap a little bit. Normally I would rely pretty heavily on the flaps to get through a scissors with a P-51H like this, but we're going to see what we can do. Maybe this is a good opportunity here to roll over. Yeah, roll over, loop back behind. Throttle back up to make sure we can still catch him. And... oh no, that was just bad aim on my part. I'm sorry, but I apologize, guys, for that. That was rough. I should not have aimed so poorly. Oh, now I'm getting sleepy. Okay. There we go. Now we got it. Okay. We made up for it. Agent Pigeon, it looks like, we're getting into a love affair with Agent Pigeon. Which, you know, I'm not unhappy about that. I'm not going to complain. I'm consenting. Yeah, not going to be able to catch the jets. This thing is fast, but it's not quite jet fast. Guess we can try to gain some altitude. Oh wait, is this their forward airbase? Oh, it is. Ooh. Juicy. Okay, well. Guess then the Strike Master is going to be forced to turn in to try to save their pal. We're going to pull out of those guns. It's a little close. And let's see. Oh no, there's another P-51. Okay, well. This might be a really compromising position then. Are you going to pull in for me? Okay, looks like they're not. Gonna probably have to pull some jukes with this P-51 here. Yeah, and then that's gonna give the Strike Master the opportunity to pull around. Okay, we're gonna pull over here. We're gonna go down to try to get underneath the Strike Master. Ooh, taking some nasty hits. Okay, well we're disappointing Agent Pigeon now. We're embarrassing ourselves in front of our crush. Oh no. Okay, they got us. Darn. Okay, well, we had one good high altitude fight. Ugh. Okay. Oh no, Agent Pigeon is gone before we could reply. Oh. Oh, okay, at least they're on our friends list. They're friended up. Maybe they'll squad up with us. Who knows? We can try. Yeah, we got an invite. Perfect. Do we wanna? We can even narwhal it up if we want. Maybe we should. Let me. Yeah, I'll do the narwhal with them. We'll do that. We'll go air targets, and we'll ready up. Oh no, they switched. They want to switch to the 152. Oops. Okay. We can do that. We can do that. Oh, another switch. Okay. Are we switching back? Okay, hold on. Hold on. What are we doing? What are we doing? Okay. I'm gonna ready up. I'm gonna ready up. Okay. Okay, we're good. We'll mix it up. We've had a lot of good games in the 152 today. So we can mix it up with with this old pigeon guy here. Let's see, what's the, ooh, Yak Panther guy, nice. Love it. Let's see. What do they play? They've got American Spitfire. That's a good premium. I have that one. I haven't actually played mine that much, but probably should play it a little more. Falco 90 F8. I guess this means they've been doing ground attack in tank battles with it, probably. So I've got the Yak Panther on there. Nice. Oh yeah, this is another one that gets the strike aircraft spawn. That's really good. Yeah, at this BR, the ME-262 actually performs. The 7.0 one is a little rough. It's yeah, it's a little crazy. All right, let's do our check. Let's do our posture check. Got to. Okay, we'll try to stick up with Pigeon wherever they go. We're buds now. Okay. Yeah, let's see a little bit more about what they like to play. Ooh, they've got the G91. That's a fun one. More Spitfires. I mean, ooh, they play the ME-163 quite a bit. That's a very fun one. It's the KD is a little low, but that's, this is a really tough plane, especially 8.3 is so rough for it. It looks like maybe a tonk battles one. Ooh, they do play that one. Nice. Probably more also in tank battles. Yeah, I assume a lot of their KDs probably probably influenced by tanks. If I now filter for tanks. Oh yeah, they've got lots of games in these tanks. Okay, so I haven't actually been paying attention while I've been crossing on their part of the map. What do we got? Oh no, broken back. No. Ah, I don't want to be in Brokeback Mountain here. Not that I judge if you do. You do you. It's been a little while since I played this guy. The P-51s are going to be really tough. But I guess we'll just try to stick with our squad mate here. Maybe we'll actually just fly back towards our teammates. And we'll just drag along any P-51s that we can. It could be fun to go tank busting with this thing. I guess I loaded the air target belts, but maybe we should give the tank busting a try. This P-51 looks interested, but I'm going to try to just string them along and make sure they can't catch up, keep them away from our bud here. Maybe we'll actually give Pigeon a good lineup shot. Oh yeah, they're pulling away, so we're going to loop back around and try to save our squad mate here. Oh. Now I remember why this thing is at 6.3. We probably shouldn't be doing scissors like this, but... Oh. So close. Okay. This 84 is probably going to get us here. Or not. Looks like they're holding back a little. Ooh. Oh, I think we got him. Yeah, I think we got him. They're down. Okay, I'm gonna run. There's a bearcat. Oh no, it's gonna catch me, I think. Oh shoot. Oh no. Oh, it's spraying. Oh shoot. I don't know if I can do anything about this. Maybe we just head on? Got him? Ooh. Got him. Okay, well we got two. We got two, so that was a valiant effort. That was still a good one. Okay, back to hangar we go. We'll stay squatted up. Stay ready. Do we have any? Oh, no, we don't have a user skin equipped for this at the moment, but that is okay. Yeah, I think we'll do a couple more with this guy. And then I think I'm gonna have to take advantage of the daylight hours where I'm at. I'm a little north. I'm just gonna consume a couple peas off stream here so I don't spill. Get some spoonfuls in. Okay. All right. Gonna go air targets again, I think. I think we just got to just to get those nice snapshots and stuff. Those nice explosions. Yeah, what kind of we can probably give some words of encouragement here. Let's get ourselves amped up. Oh, down to 5.7 looks like. I'm just going to climb a little bit, and it looks like Pigeon's going to go for ground targets, and then I'll go for air cover. We'll just chat it up with this guy. You know, it's been a while since I played the narwhal. Is that how you spell narwhal? Am I losing it? Is there like an H in? I feel like there's an H in there, but I could be. Yeah, I feel like there's got to be because it's like whale. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just chat it up. Oh, does he need some help? I'll let him know I'm on my way. Sorry, I was distracted. I was trying to woo you as you wooed me in the chat. Oh no. I can't tell if they're actually like smoking or if it's just I think these engines can just be kind of smoky. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, we really got to be careful about smacking the ground in this thing. But we can go for the energy trap. If you dare. Oh no. We lost our guy. We gotta avenge him. Oh, well okay. I guess they're gonna crash. Well shoot. We didn't do a very good job protecting our dude there. Just trying to chat him up too much. This does not look like a very good situation to be in with all of these very nasty planes. But I'm gonna I don't want to take too long while we're squatted up here to draw things out. So I'm just gonna try to. Oh, there we go. Got one. Okay. We'll just keep going, keep our speed up. They might tickle us with a couple of bullets, but we can keep it going. I'm glad we were able to speed our way through that pack. Looks like we got a couple Corsairs just trying to chase, but we're gonna be out of gun range here soon. And we can just do little tweaks of the nose to keep them up, and they're gonna have to turn here in a sec because oh, nice, Dornier got him. Okay, so then we can loop around and then try to maybe go for this bean guy, or you know, as much as I hate destroying a fellow lover of planes, I may have no choice. Ooh, misses there. Yeah, I guess we can give it one more loop around to try to help this Hornet. We may not even have enough time to get over there before they're dead, though. Oh, well, at least they got him to crash. In that case, I will get out of here before this Tu-2 comes in on me. Looks like I absolutely have to be able to outrun this guy. Surely. That's a bummer that, yeah, our guy went back to the hangar. I don't want to have him waiting around for me. So he might just be playing a quick one while I'm doing this one. That's possible. But, yeah, I think maybe after this one, or maybe I'll do one more, and then we'll call it a day. So I'm at least a little far north. And it's getting to be that time of year where the sun sets very early, and so I want to make sure to get out and go for a run before we lose it. It's also a little rainy here, so today's a nice sunny day, so I want to make sure I take advantage. Got to make sure to, you know, eat your peas, get out there, do some runs, take some breaks from the game in here and there. Ooh, P-51, that looks like they have a lot of energy. So we're not going to want to do too much maneuvering here. Just try to take one good snapshot at this Corsair. They're making it a little tricky. Ah, rats. Missed it. Looks like we might have taken a couple unintentional hits from that Spitfire. But looks like our engines are largely okay. Ooh, that P-51 is actually, yeah, they've got a lot of energy on us. So I guess we're just gonna pull a turn here. Maybe we can try to shoot a big target like this Tu-2. Ah, man, just missing all my shots. We might go down before we can get another chance to turn around. Ooh, okay. Well, that's all right. So I guess we'll see if this guy's still sticking around or not. Guess we can head in for one more. Actually, does Germany have any other good 6.3s that we could bring out? Hmm. I think I'm gonna have to do just maybe one more quick one, and then we'll call it for the day. So I think I'll just send this guy a message. I'll just let him know. GG's. GG's catch you around, and we'll just hop into one more game of something. Maybe, I think maybe the J7W1 could be a good one to try, since we were talking about that earlier. And do I have any user skins for this loaded? No. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we'll do one quick one, and then we'll call it a day. Call it a day. Call it a stream. Probably work on getting that little 8-kill game uploaded somewhere later. And I saw they apparently they have War Thunder mobile now, which to me seems crazy. I don't know if they must have like worse like flight models or armor penetration model or something. I don't know how they do that. If maybe it's like a cloud gaming thing. I don't know. Oh, don't want to take our bombs out. And we'll go with tracers to get some explosives going. I had the armor piercing rounds loaded earlier for tanks. This thing is also really good air support in tank matches, since it gets an APHE round for the 30 mils, which is pretty insane. I'm just gonna check real quick here what our climb speed is. Use prop climb speeds. I think it's like 240 or something for this, but just want to make sure. Don't know if I quite remember. Oh, 250. Okay. Yeah, so we'll climb at around 250-ish on Mozdok, which I think isn't this. I think this is the same map as like the Grozny one we got earlier, but it's just like the different size versions. Maybe we can go up a little more. This is climbing pretty nice, I think. We'll see how well that keeps up. Oh, Amy 262. We in an up tier, or where are we at? 6.3. Yeah, could be 5.7 to 6.7 or something. Ooh, a Dornier. Another reverse thrust. A rear engine plane. Guess they got both. Forward and reverse. Looks like they maybe took a couple. Oh, yeah. Guess you can win quite a few head-ons in the Dornier, and probably in this plane too, but not forever. Guess we could try a head-on with that Dornier, but I don't know. Head-ons are they're always so risky. I don't know if I wanna try for that. But at least from the little bit of this plane that I've played lately, I just played a few matches in it maybe a week or two ago. It seems like its climb speed has gotten better to where it's now more competitive. Its top speed is pretty nice, and at low speed it's not that maneuverable. It can be a bit of a bus here and there if it gets really slow, but its high speed maneuverability is quite nice. It has really good control surface authority at high speeds. That definitely helps a lot for dealing with the P-51s. Yeah, looks like that Dornier's toast. Got an LA-9 to worry about. Or no, this is L-39. Oh yeah, this is that little like ground attack jet. Why can't we get on target here? Okay, well I think we gave them some tail damage, so they're probably gonna go down. Yeah. No need to waste all our ammo on that. Ta-152, scary. Unless maybe it's a Ta-152C. In that case, it's not as scary. That one has the shorter, stubbier wings, and so it's not all that different from just like a higher engine performance version of maybe like upgunned Falkhoven DD13, and so I feel like that one should probably be lower than the Ta-152H, but for whatever reason it's up at 6.3, which is a little crazy. Got a hit. Is this Yak 3 going? Okay, yeah, it was just part of the little lock-on UI that was blocking part of their tail, made it look like maybe they were damaged, but they're not. That should do it. That'll do some damage to him. Want to be careful with that Ta-152 around. Yeah, this match we're definitely just one with the swarm. Is that 262 gonna head after us or not? Oh no, that was the one we got the hit on earlier. They went down. Okay, nice. There's two on there. I feel like we maybe had three, but who could say? Take some pot shots at him. Save our ammo. I think they're gonna go down. That Ta-152 is heading this way. There's another one down. It looks like the Ta-152 is going to zoom. Oh, that has flak. Okay, I'm not going to follow them that way then. Looks like there's maybe one more enemy somewhere, or no, two more. Okay, yeah, I'll just keep my energy up then. Yeah. Might be nice to have a blind hunt or something to track him down, but it's okay. Looks like this thing is still kind of heavy. We weren't really getting to super high altitude there, but it's got good nose authority, and the cannons are fantastic. It's got enough oomph to do it. Guess since it's our last one, we might as well munch on some of our last peas. Mm. Finish off those peas. Ta-152 heading in. There we go. Is that Spitfire gonna make it? Looks like they're okay. They're pretty smoky. I don't know. Maybe they won't make it back. I don't know how healthy their engine is, but they might. Guess it's a bit poetic, starting the game off with a crazy good game in the Ta-152. Finish off with shooting one down. Guess we'll just keep our altitude up. We got plenty of fuel. We don't have that much ammo left, but if we're careful with our shots, we should be able to get one more, at least. Could possibly get the last couple. I think we only used like 20-something rounds on that 152, even though we missed a couple little taps. It is just so crazy that they were going to put 4 30 mils on this thing. It just seems so overkill. But they were really desperate. Okay, so maybe that guy's low enough. And they're heading out this way that maybe we can start a dive and just cruise in using those hills to hide ourselves from the flak and just make our way in there. We have any other? Oh, yeah, we've got a J5 heading in as well. They are going so slow. Okay, that should do it. Oh, they did give us an oil leak. That's a bummer. So yeah, I guess, I don't know. I mean, I guess we could try to go around for the other guy. They're really low, but it looks like maybe they're trying to land or something. So maybe we'll just save ourselves the repair cost and call it. It's a good ace to end it off with.
Battery low.
Just bring it in nice and slow here. Flak shooting at something. I don't know what. Do some ballistic braking, slow it down a little bit. This thing also has just that nose gear looks so fragile. Like it's like a little popsicle stick. Could just snap at any moment. It's insane. Yeah, it looks like that's the last guy left. Are there any bases we could bomb or something? Any ground targets left on the map? Doesn't really look like it. I guess there's just that last bomber. I wonder if we can get close to beating the Spitfire over there if it's one of the slower Spitfires, if we have the acceleration. It looks like it's not that far of a distance. We probably don't have enough time to fully catch up, but we can try. I like these the little wheels they put on the bottom of the rudders just to catch tail striking. There's probably a lot of pilots of other planes that would just have bad habits of pitching up too early. Oh, well, guess they bailed. That's okay. Still got the ace. Still top the team. Finished it off nice. Okay. Got some modifications because I never really flew this much back in the day because it used to, back when its flight model was worse, it used to just not be very competitive. It still had a pretty high rating and stuff, so. But it feels a lot nicer now, so I think I'll be flying this thing out a lot more. And in tanks, it's very fun. I recently, on the sale, I picked up the Hori prototype. But yeah, so I guess we'll call it there for today. I guess if you guys haven't seen the most recent Godzilla movie, this is the plane they use in that. But yeah, that was a fun day of flying out the Ta-152. Got to fly the narwhal a little bit, get a couple snapshots, even though most of my aim was a little off. Maybe we should use the tracers more for that gun if we fly that out again. But yeah, then we got a nice ace in this guy. Shot down one of the 152s that we started off with, so good way to wrap things up. Not too great research efficiency with the planes we're using today, but lots of good fun efficiency, and that's what's important. So I guess we'll just we'll finish off this bowl of peas here, just to wrap things up, and then we'll leave it there for next time. Delicious. Try to get these last ones are always the trickiest. I might just have to spoon them into the gullet. Okay, pick up these peas from the desk. We'll have to toss those. It's a shame. I have to try to spill a little less. Don't want to waste perfectly good peas. But I'll catch you guys next time. Remember to throw a like on there if you like what you see. Throw a little subscribe on there if you want to see some more games. I've got plenty of room on my Worth 100 friends list. I could rip some of you guys in here if you guys want to squad up for some good matches. Let me know if there's any vehicles you wanna see, any tanks, any planes. I can't promise that I'm gonna be driving the E100. I do not have $2,000 to shell for that, but yeah, let me know if there's anything you want me to take out. I'll see if I have it, see if I can research it, and yeah, I'll see if we can get this pancake plane, and I'll catch you guys around. Have a good weekend, have a good day, have a good one. Keep that spine aligned, keep eating those peas, and I'll see ya.